Got a Drew Estate Factory smoked sun-grown Maduro here. Anyway, this is half of one. It's one of those thick ones. I know I'd stopped smoking back around August. I'll tell you why in a minute, but I'm gonna light this up, and this is not gonna be a permanent thing. This is just gonna be a one-time, every once in a while, light one up. Let's try it. Even though it's winter time right now, it's what's this, February 26th? Even though it's a winter time, it's a really nice day out here. It must be in the 50s. There's kind of a nice bit of moisture in the air, keeping it warm. Very pleasant. I've got that cigar, and I haven't smoked since probably August, late summer, maybe September, I'm not sure. See, my brother-in-law, who was a heavy smoker, and he was only a couple years older than me, he died very suddenly at his work about 5 months ago, and that kind of hit me, and I didn't want to. I'm like, you know what, maybe I should lay off on the smoking a little bit, because he was a smoker. And now he smoked cigarettes, and you know, I'm not saying this to fish for sympathy or anything like that, because you know, definitely don't need that, not looking for that, even though it seems like something that YouTubers love to do. I don't like to air my personal stuff online or anywhere else for that matter. I don't even really talk to people about it typically. But for me, I'm just trying to give you a reason why I stopped smoking. It was kind of like, you know what, maybe I need to lay off, because I was doing it every day, and I haven't had anything since then. I thought, you know, I had a hankering for it. So I thought I'd light this up, get one of these. They went up in price since I last bought them by a few cents, which I guess is okay, because I'm not going to buy them as much. This is kind of like, you know, how you have a hankering for Chinese food once every few months, and maybe you'll get it once every 3 months or once every 4 months, and then you're okay for the next 3-4 months. That's what this is. I won't be buying any more of these for a while. This will satisfy me. It's been the same with beer. I've been able to get along with no beer for months at a time, and then I'll get a hair up my you know what for a beer, and then I'll get one, and then I'll be fine for the next several months. Tastes good. These have kind of a burning maple leaf flavor to them, which I've always liked, and which will cut through my sinuses, because I have a really bad sinus issue, and it's hard to taste flavors sometimes. And more subtle smokes I can't really get the taste of a lot of times. So today I've got these bagels I bought at Dollar Tree of all places. They're Edie's. They're not bad. They're shockingly not bad for a Dollar Tree product. They toasted up pretty well. I put cream cheese and jalapeno peppers I cut up on there. Jalapeno peppers are always a surprise. You never know if you're going to get one that's actually hot or one that's mainly mild. I cut some of this before. This is a mild one. It's not going to be that hot. A few weeks ago I got a jalapeno pepper that was so hot it was crazy. It was the hottest jalapeno I'd ever had. I couldn't believe it. I wish they were more like that one, but this one isn't. I like this. Last night I actually had this for dinner, believe it or not. I fried some white onion and some jalapeno pepper together in sunflower oil, and then once that was done, I put cream cheese on the bagels, and then I poured that onion pepper thing, oil thing, over the bagels, and boy, it was good. I put just a little salt on there to bring out the flavor. It was a really good little meal. That's a recommended quick meal if you're ever looking for something kind of tasty and quick. I've got some coffee in here, some black coffee. This was some Dunkin' Donuts marked down coffee that they had for, believe it or not, 68 cents. It was a full bag. They had a bunch of them. I bought a bunch of them. You know, it's pretty average. And there's nothing particularly holiday about it that I can taste. It just tastes like regular black coffee, but that's fine. So this is just kind of a typical old school, old-fashioned Outer Galaxy Lounge, sitting outside on the porch and smoking video. I do not have the umbrella on the table, as you can see, because you know, it's out of season. This is unseasonably warm, and I just thought I'd come out here and enjoy myself in the nice temperature, nice climate. There's a little bit of a wind out here. It's about a little after 10 in the morning. I got up at, what time did I get up today? 7? I got up at 4 a.m. yesterday. I've been going to bed really, really early. Anywhere from 6 to 9 p.m. I've been going to bed and getting up in the early morning, which is good. It makes the day so much longer, and I can get so much more done that way, and have been. I don't usually buy these really fat ones, but it was cheaper to buy this $3.50 stick than to buy the smaller $2.99 stick, which I normally would buy when it was $2.75, and then before that it was $2.50. But they've steadily been increasing the price over the last year. They had kind of held the line on that price for years, but then all of a sudden it just... But like I said, because I'm not smoking that much and haven't spent probably hundreds of dollars on cigars over the last few months, I've saved money anyway, so I just bit my tongue a little bit, which is always fun. It's kind of interesting that we don't do that more often. I mean, you know, the tongue and the teeth are in there going away, and you would think that that would happen on a daily basis, but I guess our evolution has helped us avoid that more often, which is a thankful thing. These peppers are really mild, no heat to them at all. Never sure if the camera is aimed straight, so I'm holding it. Don't have it on a tripod or anything. My reliable little Canon PowerShot SD 12001S or 15, vintage at this point, but gets that realistic gritty look that we 70s cinema mavens love. The funny thing is I've made a lot of videos like this and even edited them together and uploaded them on my channel, and they're just sitting there in private mode. I've got dozens and dozens of them. I just let them sit there. I just feel like nobody wants to watch these. I mean, why would they? But, you know, I don't know why a lot of us nowadays seem to have this need to record mundane things, but it's become sort of the de rigueur way of life in the social media age, because I'm a very private person, and I guess I am, in a sense, being still private, as it's just me sitting here with a camera. Then you just put it out there to mainly anonymous people, and it almost still feels private. Which, you know, as long as you're not doing anything too untoward on camera, you should be safe. Should be. But you know, it's funny, I had this hater come on, I think last week or so, 2 weeks ago. This one guy was just, for some reason, took a disliking to me. I think I made a comment on another channel where I kind of lambasted him for something. And because he was making a stupid ass comment, and I had to push back. You know, some Trump stuff. And of course, he couldn't let it go, so he comes on my channel and posts a bunch of trash all over my videos. You know, calling me every name in the book, calling me every slander you can, the worst kinds of slanders, you know. So I was engaging him for a while, and I was like, you know what, I could either sue this guy for libel, slander, defamation, or I could save him a lot of money, since I am 3-0 in court at this point through various court things. Just save him a lot of money and just delete him and ban him from the channel, which I did. You get these angry trolls sometimes who can't let it go, and they have anger management issues that they can't or won't solve for themselves. They take it out on total strangers on the internet. And, you know, admittedly, I engaged the guy in the first place, but that's okay. I put an end to it, like everybody in a bar fight should. You can hear the traffic noise, even though that wall back there is supposed to cut the decibels down, which it does. You can also hear some birds and maybe me chewing, which is probably not very appealing. This little half-cut cigar, I cut it in half because it is a thick one and there's a lot of leaf in there to burn. It's lasting a pretty good long time for me. The ash just fell off. It's sitting in that chair there. I just went in to top off my coffee. So about a month or so ago, I got back on OkCupid, which is a online dating matching service thing. It's sort of free, but not really. You have to pay to actually get most of the features to work. It used to not be that way. It used to be like 10 years ago or so. That also and Plenty of Fish were mainly free, and you could find all kinds of hookups and one-night stands and sometimes things that led to longer relationships and friendships, and I went through some of those. I did pretty well on those websites, but you know, by 2017, when they started paywalling everything, I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to pay $40 a month for this. And I didn't need the drama. I was kind of ready for some isolation, which I've been having for the last 6 years. But I decided about a month ago to get back on there and just see what's going on, and immediately got a lot of interest. But again, half those profiles are fake. Like, you can kind of tell which ones are fake. They don't say very much on the profile, or they're way too pretty to actually, you know, they look like models, and you know they're not real, that there's some scam being run out of Asia or Africa, Nigeria, or Russia. They do all that stuff. And then they'll write you and say hi, and I'm like, I don't say anything. I don't say hi back because, you know, it's fake. There's no point in dealing with it. But I've had some people write me, and I don't know, man, I just don't feel it. Something's gone, something's missing. I think I've become too dependent on my solitude. I really like it. I like being able to come out here and smoke and not having anybody say, why are you smoking? Now, I'm not going to be smoking a lot, like I said. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but anyway, that's all you get. Getting close to time to put this baby out. One more toke. And it's out. It's burning my finger now, so out you go. Gonna smash it a little bit. Put a little water on there. And we salute another soldier who's gone down serving his purpose.